Hey guys, Steve here. This is just a video on should you buy lower grades. So grades that pretty much are lower than 9. I think for most things, once they get past a few years old, a condition in an 8 is really good. A condition in a 7 is really good the older and older you get. But let's just generalize. Should you buy cards lower than PSA 10 and 9, I guess? I mean, we'll get into it. I'll get the camera set up. Whoop. We'll go a little bit down. Now, the light might not be perfect on this. I'm really trying to get like a good way to show these off. It obviously in pictures, in a video, in everything, you never, like, obviously I don't have a very professional camera, so I can only do the best I can. But let's have a look here. Let's go through the cards in my inventory that are below 9s, and let's see why, and let's see would they be worth buying. Now obviously, in my opinion, I think you should always buy the grade in the best condition at the lowest price. Now, if you're buying a card that just came out and it's only $10 raw gem mint from the pack, you should probably just try and buy a gem mint one. Don't try and buy a damaged one. But as we get older, things do get more damaged, and it's just how it is. So let's have a look. Now, this is a PSA 8. You can see that there is a bend on the corner here. I'm going to try and do this light in a way where it doesn't like constantly go out of focus and everything. But it's not that easy. So you can see there's a bend on the corner there. No real surface damage from what I could tell. Went through, you'll probably see a bunch of my fingerprints, but bit of edge wear here and there, you know, all across the top and the sides and stuff. Overall, this card, the price difference is like $500. Now, I don't know if you'd be willing to do that. Me personally, if I had to collect this card, I'd try not to get it in a 10 because this is not that bad condition. I would always rather just have more cards than just like one card in a higher grade. That's just me. I've collected a lot of cards that are damaged that people passed up on, but they're very rare, and I don't really care. I'd rather just have the rare card than not have the rare card at all and just wait for a better condition copy that'll be like 5 times the price. So this is a 7, we can see, got a bit of edgeway here. I'll see if I can scan for a crease or anything. And within grades, you'll find a lot of varying. I think you'll generally, as you get better at it, as you get more cards back yourself from grading, as you buy more graded cards for your collection, you will... Oh, this is an 8, sorry. As you will see, like the difference between some 8s is so crazy. You'll find some 8s that more than likely will get a 10. Like, not kidding, you will be able to get 8s that will be a 10 on a better day. This right here, I think will be a 9 on a better day. The centering's a bit off and it's got a bit of edge wear, but other than that, that's really not that bad. I mean, there's always varying things between grades. And, you know, no one grader is the same. No one company is the same. Everything's different. So this is a Rumble Pikachu, and they generally always have damage. Because it's the first card in the pack, and they usually get a damage right on the front. So you always find these in a lower grade. And if you do buy this in a 10, there's a very high chance that it will just have the damage on the front. So I think just going for a lower grade one of these. Sorry, I had a lot of packages this weekend. I got some pen on me. But we can see here, there is a little dent on the front of Pikachu's face, unfortunately. And there is a little dent on the back there. And that's an 8. Now, would you rather have that than not? Maybe you think it should be lower. Regardless, all the grades are what they are, and you can't change them. You can change them up or down if you resubmit them, but without doing that. This is a bit of an older slab, so it's a bit dirty. So old back cards grade a lot harsher, in my opinion. Just like any damage on an old back card, it was always going to be like magnified. I think the edges show damage more. This is a PSA 8 Raichu. All it really seems to have is that it's very common on Shinings to have that. I think this honestly could be a 9 on a better day. It's got the front's like completely clean. Like maybe there's a scratch on his belly there. It's actually not that bad. Shinings are another thing. You might find a 10 that has these edgeware spots, but you know, the grade, that's so minuscule. If you really think about it, look how big the card is. One tiny dot of edge on both things takes the grade down so heavily. As long as there's nothing major on the back. Doesn't seem to be. I think I bought this for like $200 a long time ago with the intention to resell it. So that's kind of crazy how like harsh that seems. Now this is a recent submission Hollow EX. Let's see here. Lots of hollow. So these cards get so damaged. It's so sad when they send them back. PSA, they damage the cases. So we've got some edge wear all across this card. Bit of a dent in the corner there, maybe a crease. So maybe this is probably a little bit too much for an 8. I wouldn't call this near mint to mint. It's obviously not even really near mint in my mind because it's got the edge wear, but it's easy to sell things graded. It's easier, so it's just how it is. Unfortunately, I can't change the grade. I can just list it and it'll probably sell for less. So this is an Ampharos with 2 print lines in the middle there. You can see them. Very common on Neo Genesis. This card was previously a CGC 9, I'm pretty sure. I think I cracked it to try and go for like a PSA 9, PSA 10. I've seen so many Neo hollows with that lines. This back is like virtually perfect. There's like nothing wrong with it. I think that it was like 10 corners and edges. And it was like, oh, looks like it's got a bit of damage there. Maybe that was me cracking out of the case. More than likely, that's why I got an 8 then. That's very sad. That's very sad. I damaged a... I probably damaged that. I don't think that was there. But, you know, that's what happened. So this is how the card is. And it has some damage there. In an 8, I think that's perfectly fine. If I was collecting a binder collection of this set, I would probably rather have something like this in this condition. Pay like $80 for it. Than spend, you know, 1,000. I don't know how much this is in a 10. 500, 600 probably. So another 8 here, you know, general things. A little bit of edge wear, maybe 1 or 2 little minor dents. A lot of people say if you have a dent, it's instant PSA 6, and they're just wrong. They just haven't graded enough cards. So I don't know why they say that, but 8s in general are very collectible. I think 8 is like the perfect grade for this day and age, unless you're like making tens of thousands of dollars a month and you have so much extra money to spend. I think if you grade a card yourself in a high grade, there's nothing wrong with keeping it. Little dent there. And we can see the other little dent. It was around here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Just tip of my thumb. So that's an 8. Surface is clean. Unfortunately, we got some dents. That's an 8. That's fine. But yeah, if you grade a card in a high grade, more than welcome. I think you should keep it for yourself. You earned that. But I think if you're trying to purchase, just try. If you want to save a little bit on the bank, just stay to 8s. Try and get a 9 on a steel, maybe. If you're really addicted to 10s, then just buy the 10s, but it's going to hurt your wallet. I would always rather have more cards than just like 1 or 2 cards in a higher grade. I don't think it's that impressive to have like, you know, unless you're only collecting modern recent sets, then every card's a 10. So what is this, a 7? We got this, looks like it's been clipped there. Maybe PSA damaged it, maybe I damaged it. Who knows? But other than that, it's just got that at the bottom. It doesn't have anything else. Got this Mewtwo. You can see right in the middle there, it's dent. Obviously not a 6 because it's got the dent, but obviously it's got the edge wear and it's got another little crease there. So near mint, not that bad. This is the similar condition. I graded a 10 of a Mewtwo. I sold it like a year ago. That was identical to this. So misgrades happen, but are they misgrades if they happen so frequently? Like, I don't really know at this point. So what is this, like a 7? I don't really see anything wrong with this. I guess maybe this at the top, they just got some edge wear. It's not egregious or anything. Like, this is a really nice 7. This 7 you can put in a 9 case and you can look at this and be like, okay, that's not a 10 because it has the edge wear at the top. So try to look out for cards like that, because that is like, that's when you get into like buying a better card that's in the case. PSA is not perfect, they'll get it wrong. Just how it is, they're humans. What we got? Yeah, it's not too bad. Edge at the top there. Maybe a binder indent. It's really hard to see. I'll do the light across slowly. You can see it just changed shape. When you get down into the 5, 6, and 7s, binder indents become very, very common. Very sad to have a binder indent on such an amazing card like this, but that's how it is. This is the big boy. This is like $1,000 to $20,000 from a 6 to a 10. What is an issue with mine? So we can see, got a little bit of edge wear. Shine the light on it. Look for any dents, creases, binder indentations. I see something here just above the A in the card game. And there we see it right on the front there. Just a little bit. You can imagine not even like 1% of the card just has a little indent and it gets taken down by multiple grades. Still a very nice card. It's awesome, very little scratching. I think I'd much rather have this than like a PSA 9 that has like edge wear at the top or scratches on the front, or maybe like I don't know. That's just me though. I never had that much money when I first started collecting, so I've always had to choose lower condition. And I've just kept the same mentality. I love having more cards rather than having a higher graded card. This is a Nicole Pikachu, just in a 6. Very, very prone to dents. The foil is very wavy, just at the top there. I know it keeps going out of focus, but that's just how it is. This is more than likely the same thing. Bento box Pikachu. Immediately on the back, I can see there's lines, so I'm guessing on the front there is a line there. But the rest of this card's clean. You put this in a binder, you'll never see that line. It'll just always shine. Is that another Latios? That's the same Latios. Oh, that's a Latias. This is a Latios. So this is a 5. Let's see what we got here. This is the only 5 I have for sale, I'm pretty sure. So I don't have that many to pick from. I don't really grade cards that are super damaged unless it's a gold star. This is a pretty heavy crease on the bottom. A 5 is pretty deserving for this. On the front here, there's a mark. But overall, it's pretty clean. I mean, you don't have to buy raw cards and put them in your binder. If you think this card is in a better condition than any card you can find raw, buy like a 5 like this. I mean, this would look amazing in a binder. You don't have to keep the cards in the cases. And then you just get the slip and you just put it behind the card. You can always remember what grade it was. But yeah, very nice. You can see on the front here, it's just like barely bent. I mean, you can't even see it. Wow, very nice. It's the same condition as some of the 7s and 8s I showed. It's just like, you know, I could resubmit this and get a different grade every time, and maybe it might be higher. I'm doubtful it'll be lower, but you know, I hope this video was a little bit good. If you want me to show anything else or talk about anything else, just let me know. Have a great day.